What's going on in the ghosted or roasted family? My name is Dalen, and I am here to see how fine you are and how fine you wanna be. I swear, I promise y'all, I don't care what you think. I know my lineage. I know my past life. I was a world famous singer. I know it. I know it. I don't care what you believe, but I guarantee your great granddaddy bought my album. He bought my album. Hey, y'all. I love y'all. Family. Do y'all know your boy was in urgent care yesterday? Oh, I have been moving around a lot, and I think I felt like a cold coming because I was in Kansas City day before yesterday. It was cold and rainy. I was doing a PTO for the other channel. It was outside in the cold and rain. When I got back to Atlanta, I was just coughing. So I went to urgent care. Bailey, you ain't got no doctor. Yes, I do have a doctor and insurance. But nah, well, Travel Channel fired me, guys. I don't got insurance. No, I'm just playing. I do. I promise y'all I do. Your fearless ship leader is insured, but there was an urgent care right across the street from me. And yeah, they gave me a steroid shot in my butt. I think this happened last year. And I remember having the same conversation with y'all. Am I supposed to be getting the steroid? Am I supposed to be getting a shot in my butt because I've been coughing? Or do I need to tell somebody? Y'all let me know in the comment section. Do I need to tell somebody? Because go ahead, just pull your pants down. Let me see your booty. What? They ain't even on the same half of my body. Y'all, I came home and first thing Axel said, "Did you get a shot?" I said, "Yes." She said, "Where?" Now I had to explain to my daughter while me as a grown man had to pull my booty out in the doctor's office. And she said, and out of her words, "In your booty? I just got 2 shots and they did it in my leg." I said, "Axel, you got the same concerns I got." We got the same concerns, baby. All right, y'all, let's quit playing to get to this first video. I love y'all. I love y'all so much. I love y'all bad. Y'all bill collectors keep calling me. How do you get your name off the spam list?
The apparition. This next ghost video was uploaded to TikTok by Shane McEnroe0. Late one night, while most people would be tucked up in bed asleep, Shane's CCTV camera caught someone, or rather something, moving on the street outside his house.
What is that? Like somebody walking or pushing a stroller?
Captured on Shane's CCTV camera, a mysterious white mist can be seen, but what is it? The mysterious white mist floats around and bizarrely appears to grow in size before it disappears into thin air. Shane says that this white thing is a quote, ghost caught on camera, and TikTok viewers believe it is. But what do you think? Is this a ghost caught on camera or something else? You tell me. What?
See, the only thing, right? The only thing about these city streets, and this don't even look like it's somewhere overseas. And I've seen this before when I've been overseas places. And places like in bigger cities, like even New York. I don't know if I've ever seen it in LA, but like sometimes from the sewer, like that mist to be coming out. You know, the little funky mist. It smell like the earring backs, the back of your earring. If you don't know what that smell like, all my ladies and whoever men out there too, right now, unscrew your earring, and then the little back part, smell it. Smell it. That's what New York sewers air smells like. But could this not just be some sort of mist from some sort of like sewer? Or do we feel like it's hands down something that's not supposed to be there? Because look, it looks a little misty. It looks a little misty. But then it goes behind that light. That's crazy. Nah. Nah. I'm ghosting it. I'm ghosting that one, y'all. Oh yeah. I don't like the way like it moved behind the light. And it looks almost like something is walking. But everything else in the frame is visible. The trees, the car, the road. So it's not, I don't think it's a camera glitch. Oh yeah. And then the light, oh, why they cut it right when that car was going by? Yeah, I'm ghosting that one, guys. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section. Do I need to report my doctor for poking me in my booty? If I'm coughing, wouldn't my arm be more effective? I don't know. I didn't go to medical school. I didn't go to medical school, y'all. But me and Axel got the same questions.
This scary moment was luckily captured on the dashcam of a car following a taxi down empty streets at night. Nobody was expecting this to happen.
Oh! What was that?
A quick flash of something rammed straight into the side of the taxi, causing it to swerve and crash into a tree. The title of this video, uploaded by user Wa Lao E Singapore, is Ghost Rams into Taxi. But what do you think? Is this something paranormal, or is the mysterious light something else entirely? Comment and let me know what you think.
Seeing stuff like that is why I got this. Y'all, I have no, if this is okay, all right, okay, hear me out. We have to assume that these clips are real. Okay. Okay. And when I say real, I mean not a movie, not a scene from a TV show. I don't know how I could, I don't, I don't know how to explain that. What is that? And it lights up the whole side of the car. Look at that. Look at that. What is that? It hits the car, goes into the car, and my man hits the tree. What? Boom. But then it's like multiple lights go off inside the car once the car gets hit. Boom. Look, one light, another light. Boom. And first of all, my man's name is Wow Lao, eh? What's his name? What's his name?
Wa Lao E Singapore.
Wow Lao, eh? Hey, listen. One thing you gonna learn watching the graveyard shift. At the end of the day, you're gonna be bilingual, baby. We gonna make sure you bilingual. I'm gonna ghost this one. I'm gonna ghost this one. I have zero explanation of how that light body slammed that 92 Corolla into a tree. That is crazy. I've never seen nothing like that in my life. We're gonna assume that it's real, y'all. because I've never seen that movie. That was crazy. Good job. Shout out to Jackie, Tony, and Alberta. Y'all out here holding us down with these clips, man. Y'all have been doing really great. Y'all have been doing really great as of late. Listen, all I had to do was threaten y'all a couple times. That's all I had to do to get y'all back on track. That's it. Just a little.
This next bizarre clip was caught on a supermarket CCTV and picked up by media sites across the globe. A man named Kobe Todd claims that a quote, ghost pushed a grocery cart into his vehicle, and well, after watching the video, that could be a possibility.
And then all suddenly, oh, you still not in yet. See, I'm coming for you. And you set up all the car. It has to go to you. Wow. Oh, and look, it misses that one, Leonard. It swerved right into it.
Caught on the supermarket CCTV camera when no one was around. We can see the grocery cart turn somehow on its own, and then it begins to roll mysteriously all by itself. Weirdly, as the cart rolls towards the cars, it swerves out of the way of one of the cars and plows straight into Kobe's. Viewers have been left wondering just what on earth happened here, with skeptics struggling to find an explanation on how this grocery cart turned, rolled, and crashed into Kobe's car. But what do you think happened here? Drop a comment below with what you're thinking.
Kobe done pissed somebody off, y'all. Kobe done pissed somebody off either in this life or the next. I believe this. I told you, I ain't gonna tell you the story again. I told y'all 1,000 times about the little paper, the plastic bag I saw blowing in the wind. When I made mention to it, it turned around and went walking back and then passed 5 cars and went underneath my car. Yeah, I believe spirits manipulate stuff like this for sure. And the fact that this thing did a 3-point pivot turn, it did a 3-point pivot turn, y'all. And then it misses the other car. Like, no, this ain't for you, baby. This for Kobe's ass. Excuse me, let me move out the way. Not trying to hit the Corolla. Bow. That is crazy. Probably because he got that weak ass Mustang. Y'all. I'm ghosting that one. I like that one. Hey, we on a little roll today. Do y'all notice that my lights are moving? I'm just trying to add a little production value here and there. Lego.
What you do if you discovered that someone or something had been watching you during the most vulnerable moment of your life? Wow. This video was filmed by a young woman who was visiting a cemetery to pay her respects to her father. It should have been a private moment, a daughter saying goodbye in peace. But what her camera accidentally captured suggests she wasn't alone during this deeply personal visit. The woman whose sister shared this footage was walking through the long corridors of the cemetery, surrounded by countless tombs and mausoleums. To make the somber journey feel less overwhelming, she decided to film herself, almost like a personal video diary. She had no idea that as she walked, something was silently observing her every move.
Salía para venir como para acá, caminar. Y viste,
that's crazy.
No sé.
As she films her path through the cemetery, everything appears normal at first, but if you look carefully in the distance, between the mausoleum walls, a pale face can be seen peeking out. Whoever or whatever it is appears to be watching her, tracking her movement as she walks closer to her father's grave. What's most unsettling is how the pale face seems to duck back into hiding, almost like it doesn't want to be seen. The woman filming had no idea this presence was there. It was only when she shared the video with family and friends that they pointed out the mysterious observer. Many believe this could be the spirit of someone buried in that very cemetery, perhaps drawn to comfort those who come to mourn. but the way it watches her raises the question. Was this a benevolent presence watching over a grieving daughter, or something else entirely lurking among the graves?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. That gave me the chills. That gave me the chills. Cause what is that? It kind of looked like Marilyn Manson. Sweet dreams are made of this. But who am I to disagree? I travel the world in the 70s. Everybody's searching for something. Would y'all buy my contemporary album? Would y'all buy my gospel album? That looked like Marilyn Manson. I don't know what that is, y'all. Could it be a person? Yes, but then why is your face so pale? Why is your hair pulled back like Dracula? And why are you so... Oh my gosh. I don't know. This one's stressing me out. This clip is stressing me out, y'all. That's stressing me out. I'm stressed out. Because I be in places like this. Now y'all finna have me scared to go. I'm ghosting it. I'm ghosting it. I'm ghosting it, guys and gazettes. That was a good one. That was a good one. That was weird. That made me feel uncomfortable. Because that looked more like a Dracula.
This video was captured by Instagram user Parmy Dillon during what should have been a routine late night drive through the Australian wilderness, but what started as a peaceful journey through remote forest roads quickly turned into something straight out of a nightmare. Parmy was driving alone down a gravel road in the middle of nowhere, the kind of isolated path where you wouldn't expect to encounter another soul for miles, but as his headlights cut through the darkness ahead, something made him slam on the brakes. Standing directly in the middle of the road, completely motionless, was something.
Ain't no way. Ain't no way.
This. Seen way too many horror movies for this shit.
Ain't no way.
Oh. You're a psycho, mate.
Illuminated by his car's headlights, a figure stands perfectly still in the road ahead of him.
You're a psycho, mate.
Parmy says, clearly unsettled by this unexpected encounter.
Seen way too many horror movies for this shit.
Parmy says, his voice filled with genuine fear. He's faced with an impossible choice: turn around and drive back the way he came, which is at least a 5 hours drive, or somehow get past this mysterious roadblock. The figure never moves, never reacts to the car's presence. It just stands there like a dark sentinel guarding the forest road. Eventually, Parmy decides he's seen enough and drives around it. But the question remains, what was this figure doing in the middle of a remote Australian road at night? Was it someone playing a prank, a lost traveller in distress, or something far more sinister lurking in the wilderness? And what would you do if you encountered this on a lonely forest road?
Well, okay. Hear me out. Hear me out. Do I think this is ghostly? No. So I cannot ghost it. But do I think it's like serial killerish? Maybe. So I gotta toast this one for sure. For sure. But my thing is, it ain't ghostly, because what ghost you know wear patent leather knee-high boots? That look like Stacy. Is that you, Stacy? You're supposed to be doing Ghost of the Road, so you out there in Australia with your patent leather boots on. They got a trench coat on with patent leather boots. And this man sit up here talking about some, he don't know. He got two options. Inside his holy vehicle, he got two options. Turn around and drive 5 hours back the other way. Okay. Or mash the gas. I promise you, there is nothing that knee-high, shiny boot, fake-ass Stacy in the Australian wilderness could do to my vehicle that would have stopped me from getting to where I need to be. It ain't no way. It ain't no way. It ain't no way. It would have been two outcomes. And both of them would have ended with me on the other side of that intersection. Both of them. Y'all trip. Hey, but can I tell you how I scared myself this morning? I'm tripping. I know I'm tripping. I be doing too much. I do too much, y'all. I do too much. Let me tell you why. My bad. Hold on. Let me mute this. Let me tell you why I feel like I do too much at times. This morning, I go to drop Axel off at school. It's a gloomy, kind of lightweight, rainy day in Atlanta, right? I park where I normally don't park when I drop her off at school. So I wasn't really thinking. I get in the car and I go to back up after I drop her off, and I look in the rear view mirror, y'all, and I look out my window. So my back window is tinted, it's dark, and then it's gloomy and rainy. Y'all, my heart dropped. I'm looking the mirror to turn. Y'all, I see it looked like this. It looked like him. Y'all, in the brief, I said, oh Lord, it's the Grim Reaper. It's the Grim Reaper. At my baby. You gonna try to get me at my baby's school in front of my baby? You gonna come on, baby. Come on, baby. You gonna do this in front of my baby? Y'all, why for a split millisecond that thought ran through my mind? I said, oh my God, it's the Grim Reaper. And he gonna get me at the school? You gonna get me in front of this white lady? This white lady pushing her baby in a stroller. You gonna do this right here in front of them? Y'all, why when I looked a little bit harder, I'm so childish. It was a tree. It was a tree like the tree next to the right of this arrow. But it was like in the little medium behind me. And the tent had made it look dark. And when I had just looked up really quickly, it just looked like it looked like a shiny boot Stacy in the outback looking at me. Y'all, my heart dropped. I had to tell y'all that, y'all. That was just so funny to me. I laughed. I got a good kiki out of that. I laughed all the way home. Y'all, I thought it was over for you, boy. No, Lord. Long life. Tell Buddy to go back where he came from. No, I'm just playing. I'm serious, but I'm serious. I was tripping. All right, y'all, where we at? Was that 5 videos? Was that 5 already? You know what? I'm going to give y'all another one just because I love y'all.
This photo was taken on May the 11th, 2024 by a man who shared it with a chilling caption, "I recorded the ghost of my sister." He was sitting in his car when he decided to take a casual photo. Nothing unusual about the moment, just a simple snapshot that anyone might take. But when he looked at the image later, he noticed something that sent chills down his spine. In the side mirror's reflection, you can clearly see what appears to be a woman's face. Whoever it is seems to be positioned right behind the driver's seat, almost like someone was sitting directly behind him. But here's what makes this photo so haunting. The man was completely alone in the car when he took this picture. There was no one else with him, no passengers, no one who could have created this reflection. According to the uploader, the face in the mirror is his sister, who had passed away some time before. almost like she had somehow appeared in the car, watching over him during this quiet moment. The position of the reflection suggests this figure would have been sitting directly behind him, close enough to touch, yet he felt nothing, sensed no presence, had no idea anyone else was there. It wasn't until he reviewed the photo that he discovered he may not have been alone after all. Some believe this is evidence that those we lose never truly leave us, and that they continue to watch over their loved ones from beyond. But what do you think? Was this really his sister's spirit, letting him know she's still with him?
That's crazy.
This video comes from security camera.
That's crazy. How much of a foodie do you have to be to the one time you present yourself from the afterlife is when your brother got an ice cream sundae? Damn you, Jeff. What's up with that ice cream sundae though? I believe this one. Y'all, it's 11:11. Make a wish. It's 11:11. Make a wish. Y'all, it's 11:11. Hold on. It's 11:11. Make a wish. Make a wish. My wish was for all the Gore family, y'all. I used my 11:11 wish on all of y'all. So all I ask for y'all to do for me is just comment, like, and share this video. I love y'all. But I'm also ghosting this one because that's crazy. If he's telling the truth, I'm going off your word, Jeff. I don't even know if that's your name. I'm going off your word, Jeff. That look, if wasn't nobody in your back seat, bro, and I have seen stuff like this before, I'm ghosting it. I'm ghosting it. I'm ghosting it. Man, shout out to our Ghosted and Roasted clip getters, Jackie, Tony, Alberta. Don't that sound like a they sound like a messed up singing group. We got, they got Tony. We got Tony, Jackie, Alberta. Alberta. That is funny to me. I love you, Alberta. Tony, Jackie, and Alberta coming to the stage. Alberta and the Gorettes. No, it'll be Tony, Jackie, whatever, y'all. I'm out of here. I'm tripping. Let me go take a shower. Love. Oh, my bad. Love. To all my beautiful people out there. Don't you know no good? Don't you know no good? Don't you know?